We're suspicious of everything that has institutional staying power. You know, math is a problem now. You like math.
Yeah.
Math is structurally oppressive. We're worried about math. We're also worried about Shakespeare. Shakespeare needs to be taken out of the classroom.
Yeah.
And there's a real vicious movement towards this, and it will get stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah. He shouldn't have wrote Romeo and Juliet, bro.
Yeah. Where does this, like you say, where does this end? That's the question of our time. Where does this go? Because the right wants to just say, well, you like Shakespeare, you hate Shakespeare? I love him now. It's the greatest thing of all time. And it's like, okay, you can like it, but that's not really going to solve the problem. You're just mimetically continuing the cycle. You hate it? Oh, I love it. That's still imitation.
And
It doesn't break the problem.
And that's the problem is, by and large, identity politics used to be a phenomenon on the left.
Right.
Now it has become the political currency in the United States of both sides.
And the idea of a riot to get your way was something that was a little bit more seen on the revolutionary left, and now with that Capitol thing and other things, now the right's imitating that too. So and that's another thing Gerard talks about, is this merging of the self. These merging of two rivals. The more they compete, the more they look exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mimetic doubles.
But in the moment, when you're in that conflict, you look farther apart than ever, and that's why it's so hard for us to break through that conversation and say, take one of those rivals aside and say, hey, look, you're looking exactly the same. And they're like, are you kidding me? There's a mile of difference between me and what those dirty, deplorable, racist supremacists, and they'd say, are you kidding me? Those globalists selling us out, selling out our country, hypocrites. And so they can't even see, but the big picture, that big God's eye, eagle's eye, you can kind of see they look kind of the same. One's burning the city, the other one's attacking the Capitol. You know what I mean? One's saying, hey, my identity is what defines me. The other one's saying, well, my identity is what defines me, and I'm oppressed. And they say, well, no, I'm oppressed. But nobody wants to stop and say, hey, you know what? We're both getting oppressed by this, right? We're all getting oppressed. Let's stop fighting over who's got more oppression points. But that's the one thing we can't seem to do as a society, because we feel like if we drop that guard, if we drop our guard, we're going to get devoured.